Hello guys, welcome back to Ceefashion Academy. Today our topic is how to sew a female shirt. This is actually the continuation of the previous video which I posted here. Please, I want you to make sure you watch to the end, because at the end of this video you learn how to make this shirt in a way that you don't even need to weave this dress. You make it like a ready to wear. Also, you learn how to make a cuff and the rest. So make sure you watch to the end. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and make sure you give us a thumbs up. Thanks, and may God bless you.
Okay guys, first of all, as you can see, this is the front part. So what first thing we are going to be doing is that we are going to be locking this front part. Are you seeing it? Now look at it. This was the 2 inches we actually folded. Now look at it. This was the 2 inches we actually. So we are going to also do what? Fold again. Now look at how we are going to be doing it. Are you seeing it? Fold it again. That is, at the end of the day, we'll be leaving what? 1 inch. Now after we finish folding it, we are going to be what? Sewing it directly. So that is what I'm actually going to be doing now. Please, if you cannot really fold this material because of the nature of the material, please, I advise you use a what? Soft gum stay. First of all, gum here, then fold with what? Iron. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'll be doing what? Folding it like this. Now look at it. Are you seeing it? Okay guys, as you can see, I'm done sewing it out. Are you seeing it? Now when you check the front part, you can see that the stitch is very neat and very accurate. Now look at it. Okay, so this is exactly the same thing we are going to be doing on the other part. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm actually done sewing out this middle part. Are you seeing it? Now look at it. Now I'm actually done. So next thing I'll be doing is what? I'll be joining this front with the back part. Now look at it. I'll be joining it. So now let me place the back part. Okay guys, there is this simplest method I'm going to be teaching you. If you really want to sew it, you want it to be like ready to wear, there is this simplest method. Now you know normally you sew from the the back, but this time around you are going to be sewing from the front. There are different ways, there are several ways in order to achieve this same thing I'm teaching you now. But because I'm teaching you guys, I need to use the simplest method. So now let's do it. So as you can see, as I place this thing like this, make sure you do what? Make sure you sew half inch like this. Are you saying you do the same thing on the other side? Now let's do that. Please, I want you to know that I'm actually sewing on the front. Okay. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm actually done sewing the shoulders. Are you seeing it? I did the stitching here with what? Half inch. Now look at what we are going to be doing. From the front part, are you seeing it? This is the back part. Are you seeing it? This is the front part. Now reduce this one to what? Quarter the front part. Please remember, this method is just for you and for you only. I'm actually using this method so as for it to be simple for my students, both online and physical. Are you seeing it? I've actually cut it out, the front part. Do the same thing on the other side, only the front side, leaving the back, because we are actually going to be using the back to be overlapping on the front. Okay guys, after you are done, look at what we are going to be doing now. Now we are going to be sewing this to the front. Now look at what we're doing. As you can see, this half inch, fold it again. Are you seeing it? Fold it again, then fold it again. Are you seeing it? Now look at it. Are you seeing it? So we're now going to be doing what? Sewing on top of this very one. Are you seeing it? We're doing what? Sewing at the edge. Are you seeing it? So even if you like, you really want to start from here, if you want to start from the other side, it's just the same thing we are actually going to do. Look at it. This is the half inch, fold quarter inch, then now fold the rest on top of the front part. As you can see, so we are going to be sewing at the edge here. So guys, as you can see, with this method of stitching, you don't actually need to weave your dress, overlock your dress. So guys, as you can see, now look at it. As you can see, we are done here. Now look at the front, look at the back. Are you seeing it? Neatly done. So this is the same thing we are going to do on the other side. So guys, as you can see, we are going to be sewing the sleeve to the body of the dress. So what are we going to be doing? Remember, this sleeve has a place we notched it. As you can see, this one we actually notched it, so that means notch going to what? Notch. That is the word, the center. Now also, you also place, please don't make this mistake, you see the place we notched for our what? The front part of our sleeve versus the what? The front part of the dress. Don't make mistake and take the what? The back part of the sleeve to place here. Please don't do that. Okay, so we are going to be turning this sleeve. Are you seeing it like this? Now look at it. Now from center here, we are going to be running to the end. Then from center here, we are going to be what? Running to the end. That's what we're doing now. Please guys, it is only on the sleeve side that you sew normal, this normal way you sew your sleeve. Do you understand? Then every other side, both the side of the dress, you sew from the wall, the front. Only on the sleeve you sew from the wall, the back. So sew half inch down. Okay guys, now remember, after you are done coupling the sleeve, now remember we still need to sew it in a way that it will be very neat. So all you need to do now, as you can see, this is the front part. Are you seeing it? Now we are going to also trim out a little from this particular part. Now look at it. If this is the front part, now look at it. We want at the end of the day, when we will sew this, so that it will be facing the front part. That means the one we'll be trimming out is the one on the front. So starting from here, look at it, starting from here, are you seeing it? We'll be trimming out, leaving what? Quarter. We'll be trimming out quarter, thereby leaving what? Quarter. That is what we're doing. So we do this till the end. Then you do also the same thing on the other sleeve. As you can see, now look at it very well. Are you seeing it? This is it. Are you seeing it? Now look at it again. This is the front part. Are you seeing it? So you are going to be trimming out this one that you are seeing now, while the one that is at the back, you are going to leave it like that, because it's this one that we are going to be using to do what? Fold and sew. Okay guys, as you can see, now after cutting it out, next thing you are going to do is to do what? Lock it up. Now in order to, as you can see, now look at it, look at the one we shortened. Are you seeing it? This is the one that we are going to use. And so what we are going to be doing is what? Now look at it, fold this one. Are you seeing it? Fold this one first of all. Now look at it, fold this one. Are you seeing it? Then fold it again and make sure it's relaxing in front. Are you seeing it? Then at the end of the day, we are going to be sewing on top of this. So that is what we'll be doing gradually. Are you seeing it? Gradually be sewing at the edge till we do what? Finish it up. Now look at it again. Look at it, fold and the word fold again. Are you seeing it? You are going to be sewing at the edge to finish. So guys, as you can see, we are done with the word stitch. So as you can see, now look at it. You can see, now look at the back part. Are you seeing it? So in this case, you don't really need to weave. Okay, so next thing we'll be doing is what? We'll be piping. Since it's a female shirt, we're piping this. I'll be showing you a new way of piping it. It's so simple. Okay guys, look at it. Make sure you cut out a piece. Are you seeing it? Cut it out. This is by what? 2 inches maximum. You can also increase it if you really want to do that. Then the length is the length of this. Are you seeing it? From here down to here. Do you understand? Also make sure you add, let's say example, the length of this one to this one is what? 8 inches. Make sure yours is up to what? 10 inches. It's necessary you do that. And also make sure you cut this in bias form, so as for it to be stretchy. Do you understand? So that when you are sewing it, it will go properly, to go very well. The next thing we'll be doing is what? Now look at it. This is the back part. Are you seeing it? Now take this fabric. Now look at it. The front part of the fabric, the right part of the fabric facing the back part. Are you seeing it? So then as you are sewing, sew with 1/4 inch or even less than quarter, which can be what? 1/8. So now when you reach at this very sharp point, as you can see, there is no notch here. Look at it, there is no notch here. When you reach at this very sharp point, you have to pass it. Do you understand? With that same quarter. Now look at it. Make sure you straighten this one like this. Are you seeing it? Now sew past this thing, then continue stitching. Are you seeing it? Continue stitching till you finish. which then after what we are going to be doing after stitching, we are going to be turning this like this and also again piping. Do you understand? That is what we're doing. So now let's do it. So guys, as you can see, after you are done stitching, the next thing you need to do is to do what? Make sure you cut off the excess allowance remaining, still remaining little. Then look at it, make sure you fold this one. Are you seeing it? Fold this one and also fold it again, making sure that it's like this. Now look at it. Are you seeing it? Then we are going to be sewing here downwards. So as you guys can see, now look at it. Are you seeing it? Gorgeously done. Are you seeing it? Yes. And that is it. So make sure you cut off the excess, whole excess. Make sure you cut this one off. Later on, when we'll be fixing our cuff, we'll be placing it this way. Now look at it. When we'll be fixing our cuff, are you seeing it? This is it. So nice. Are you seeing it? Okay. So do the same thing on the other one. So guys, after you are done, next thing you're going to be doing is what? You're going to be marking out what? 5.5. 5.5 in essence, when you expand it is what? 11 inches. Now I want you to know something. For every adult, not just every adult, like 100% every adult, but majority for every adult, the cuff, that is the width of the length of the cuff, should be around 10 inches. Do you understand? 10 inches. So in that case, if I'm sewing out what? 11 inches, that means the rest remaining is for the what? Splitting. Please always know that, because hardly you see any individual that here is more than what? 10 inches. Do you understand? Hardly you see any individual that here is within 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that, except the person is obese or kind of bigger. The person must not be obese, you understand? But for the sake of this tutorial, I'll be using what? 11. That is what? 5.5. So I will gradually sew. Then at the end of the day, using what? Half inch to finish everything, both to the what? Side. Now I want you to know something. I will not be sewing from the what? Back. Rather, I'll be sewing from the what? Front. Please, I want you to know that. Are you seeing it? I'll be sewing from the front. So just to achieve that neat locking or inner stitch. You can also call it what? Interlocking stitch. Thank you very much. So that's what I'll be doing now. Okay guys, as you guys can see, do exactly the same thing on the other side. The next thing you need to do is what? Now look at this very side is way much bigger. So we need to reduce it to what? Half inch. Are you seeing it? We need to do what? Reduce it to what? Half inch. Are you seeing it? Reduce it to, we get to what? Half inch till we get to this particular point. Are you seeing it? It is now okay. So now let's reduce it. Is whatever you do on this sleeve is exactly the same thing you do on the other sleeve. Then next thing we're also going to do, as you can see, this is the front part. Now we are also still going to do or reduce it, because we want to be turning the other one over. Now you see it on the front, we'll be reducing the front one with what? Quarter inch, thereby remaining what? Quarter inch. That is what we are going to do all through till we get to the what? Down part. Please be careful before you cut both of them. Do you understand? Be careful, do it gently. Okay guys, as you can see, I've actually reduced it. So for those that does not really understand this thing, look at it. This is the front part. Are you seeing it? When you join it, are you seeing it? The one at the back is the one that's supposed to be SS. Are you seeing it? Okay. So next thing we are going to be doing now is what? We are going to be placing it like this. Are you seeing it? We are going to be placing it like this. Now look at it very well. We'll be placing it like this. Are you seeing it? Now, since this is the front, the folding should be going to the what? Front. Now look at it. Are you seeing it? So we are going to fold double here, fold one again, fold twice again. Are you seeing it? Then now start sewing. Now let's do that. So as you guys can see, we are done sewing out this part. Are you saying it neatly done? So you can see it is now what neatly done. Now look at it. Are you seeing it? It's now neatly done. Okay. Remember I said you do exactly the same thing on the other side. Okay guys, as you can see, we are going to be turning the downside now. Now the proper way to turn a shirt is by what? Double folding. We have different types of folding. If you cannot really do this but double folding, please go and weave out this side and fold just once. You understand? So now look at what I'll be doing. Fold first and also do what? Fold another one. Are you seeing it? That's how you'll be sewing it till you finish. So let's do that. Okay. So now you started sewing. How do we do it? Make sure you do what? Fold again from here, quarter inch, then another quarter inch. Then make sure you arrange it well. Then you do what? You now start sewing. Okay? Make sure you continue doing that. I know most of us don't really know how to do this, but the way to do it is what? You don't sew to the end of place you folded. Understand? Just stop like 2 inches before, then fold another one. Then after you are done folding another one, do as if you are drawing, draw it a little bit. Then make sure you do what? Relax it. Continue doing like that till you do what? Till you finish. So guys, it's now time to cut the cuff to fix the cuff that is on the sleeve. It's now time to fix the cuff. So in order to fix the cuff, like I told us that cuff for an average man or female is usually what? 10 inches. So in that case, I folded my interfacing. As you can see, I folded my interfacing. Like I'm cutting out 2 for the what? 2 sleeves. Okay, so and I'm now giving myself a very straight line. Do you understand? This is where I'm going to be starting from. So I can as well cut it off so as not to confuse us. Okay, as you can see. Now the thickness of the what? Cuff, that is what? 3 inches. Like I said earlier on, is what? 3 inches. Please remember, you can also use 2.5, 2, depending on the style of what cuff you want to make. Okay. Now after you are done, take your rule and do what? Straighten it out. Okay, so the next is what? Like I said, 10 inches divided by 2 is what? 5. So mark out the what? 5. After you are done, use your rule and do what? Connect. Okay, so now if you like on your own, you can actually add a design. Do you understand? You can leave it this way. Are you saying it? You can leave it curved anyway, or you can even leave it straight like this. So at the end of the day, take your scissors and do what? Cut it off. And we are done. Are you seeing it? We just use the word interfacing to construct our what? Cuff. But we are not done 100%. Next thing we are going to be doing is what? Now look at it. Take your material, piece of material. Make sure the length is enough. Now take this one and place on this one. Iron it out. Do the same thing on this one. Take this one, place on this one, and do what? Iron it out. So after we are done, how we are going to be doing is what? To reduce all sides, remaining what? Half inch. As you can see guys, we are done now cutting them out. So next thing you're going to do is what? Get a hemming gun. Make sure you do what? Cut it into 2. Okay, after you're done cutting it into 2, first of all, now take it and place here and gum. Are you seeing it? This is the dark part of the cuff. Take it and place like this and there. Go. Are you seeing it guys? Carefully do it. Do the same thing on the other one. Okay guys, after you are done doing that, as you can see, we are done folding it out. So next thing you are going to be doing is what? Get the other part of this piece then. You know, we actually cut it into 2. Do you understand? Get the other part. Then make sure you place this one on top of it. Are you seeing it? Make sure that the front is always facing the what? Front. Then after you are done, take your pin and hold it, because we're actually going to sew it on the machine. Take your pin and do what? Hold it, so that while sewing it, it will not shift. Okay, so guys, now look at this. Now we are going to sew it now. Now in order for us to sew it, look at how we are going to be sewing it. We are going to be sewing from here. Are you seeing it? Follow the shape very close to the what? Interfacing down to this point. Are you seeing it? That's what we'll be doing. But please, there's something I really want to teach you here. While sewing this, now look at it. While sewing this, you don't start from here directly. Are you seeing it? You kind of, now look at it very well. You kind of start from what? Quarter inch before. Are you seeing? Make sure you tack it. Make sure you tack it. Then continue. Then make sure you finish it up. Then don't stop here directly. Do you understand? Stop before quarter inch. Are you seeing it? Then make sure you tack it. Okay guys, as you can see, after you are done sewing, make sure you remove the pins. Are you seeing it? Then make sure you trace out and cut off the excess from the other one. Make sure you cut it off. You seeing it? Make sure you cut it off. Okay. After cutting it off, next thing you need to do is to do what? Turn it. Turn and iron. That is the next thing you need to do. So after you are done ironing, next thing you need to do is to do what? Cut off the excess, remaining only what? Quarter inch. Only quarter inch. Now the reason why we are remaining only quarter inch, remember what I told you guys, as I was stitching this stuff, as you can see, I did not finish stitching everything. Are you seeing it? I remained what? Quarter. That means this quarter that is remaining from here and quarter that is remaining from here, I'm going to sew it out, thereby sewing what? Half inch out, so that this one will do what? Overlap and give us a neat finishing. Also look at it here. I did not sew everything. Are you seeing it? And remaining what? Quarter, such that I will leave this thing up while joining it to my what? Cuff sleeve. So you can see we are done with the two sleeves. So let's go and do what? Join it to the what? Sleeve. Okay guys, now look at this. Remember, when you look at the cuff, when you measure it, is what? 10 inches, like we did it. But you also measure this one. What do you have here now? Okay, now there's something else I still want you to know. Remember, see, at this part we usually fold this particular, see it here now, we fold this part. So where exactly is this part? Now let me show you something. You see this side? See this side that we did our stitching here, you don't fold it. Do you understand? So the only place you fold is the other side. Are you seeing it? While coupling the what? The cuff. So you fold it. So I'll be measuring this thing now. I will not be including that particular one. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Now look at it. What I have here is about 12. Do you understand? So now since it's 12 and the cuff is what? 10, that means I'll be removing what? 2 inches from it. How do I be removing it? I'll be removing it through the what? Pleating that I talked earlier on. Now this pleating, now we're going to be pleating here. Now look at it. Remember, we fold here, pleating here. 1, do you understand? 2, making sure that after this double pleating, that the total of this thing is what? 10 inches. So immediately we pleat, we now go and do what? Sew it and hold it, ready for what? Fixing the cuff. Now look at what I said earlier on. From here to here, mark out what? 1 inch. So from there you plait, making sure that it is what? Resting on that what? 1 inch. That is what I'll be doing now.
Please, as you are pleating it, make sure that the pleating is facing this very side. Do you understand? Not this way. Make sure it's facing this very side. Please. Now after you are done pleating, next thing you need to do is to do what? Measure it out to see whether it is up to what? 10 inches. If it is up to 10 inches, now know that we are ready for what? Fixing the what? Cuff. So you can see it is up to what? 10 inches. Are you seeing it? So now let's fix the cuff. Please, there are different ways to fix the cuff. But one of the ways which I'm going to use today now is what? Fixing from back to the what? Front. But the most official method is from what? Front to the back. Look at what I mean by front to the back. This is the front part. Are you seeing it? You fix like this. Are you seeing it? Open up this side. Are you seeing it? So at half inch. All true. But I will not be doing that. Rather, I'll be doing this particular one. Look at it. Like this. After this one is going to do what? Cover like this. This is the one that I'll be doing. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, make sure you sew it to the what? The middle part. Guys, when you sew it to the middle part, make sure you do what? Stop. Then start from this other part. Are you seeing it? And do what again? Sew to the what? Now finish the what? The stitch. So as you guys can see, we are done stitching it out. So next thing we are going to be doing is what? Look at it. Let me start from here. I'll be stitching from here. Now look at what I'll be doing. Are you seeing it? Stitch from here. Make sure you follow the what? The shape of the what? Off. Now you see it. Make sure you put this thing inside and continue your stitch.
Okay guys, as you can see, now we are coupling the collar. So for you to couple the collar, you really need to use the same method you use for the cuff, which is you can turn from front to back or from back to the front. Now I know that most of us will be wondering where the cutting of the collar, the video is. Please, I want you to know, due to some circumstances, that's why we don't have it in this particular video. But I will promise you something, we already have the video already on this channel, so make sure you go watch it out. I will also make sure I put the link in the description box, how to cut a female collar, how to make a female collar. We already have the video and I explained it very well in that video, so I'll make sure I put the link in the description box. Or also immediately as I'm talking now, just look above, you see the link up there, you can click on it immediately. And I also have another video how to make a shirt gown. Already I also did the collar in there. I explained everything very well, so please don't bother, don't worry yourself, we already have the video, so make sure you go watch it out. Thanks and may God bless you. Thank you very much. I love you guys. So guys, if you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, then also make sure you give us a thumbs up. Thanks and may God bless you. Bye.